When the teacher announced the results, Kiki was still nervous. First in her class was certain, but getting first place overall for the entire grade was a stretch. As students went up to collect their report cards, Kiki's heart was thumping. Then the teacher called out her name. Luo Chichi, class first, whole grade third. The classroom erupted in an uproar. All the students looked at her with envy and admiration. Even the teachers couldn't quite believe it. Luo Chichi, class first, grade third. Although she only placed third in the entire grade, it was a major, qualitative leap from the previous semester. She quickly rushed home, eager to share the good news with her parents. But her steps slowed down as she approached the door. Opening this door meant her moment of triumph had arrived. She gently pushed the door open, intending to tell her father first. But just as she was about to speak, "Don't just stand there. Quickly take this dish inside." Kiki had no choice and had to go inside first. Inside, her sister seemed completely oblivious to Kiki's worried state. Instead, she excitedly mentioned that her friend's parents had earned a lot of money playing the stock market. Gu Piao bought a new house and a new TV. She intentionally spoke loudly so her father would hear. "What stock market nonsense? Be quiet." Kiki was happy to see her father coming into the living room. As she tried to speak again, her father interrupted her once more. Just then, her mother came home unusually early, bringing a table full of tasty food. "Come on, let's eat some good food today. Let's celebrate Kiki properly." Her father was confused. He knew it wasn't the older sister's birthday. "You didn't tell them?" "Her class teacher called me this afternoon. In this midterm exam, Kiki scored all grade third and class first rank. My Jija got third in the whole grade." When the mother announced the news publicly, the father, who had always looked down upon her and treated her with indifference, instantly transformed. "It's a miracle. A miracle. I always said there's nothing wrong with my daughter." Every day before class, Luo Chichi would take her customary 10-minute power nap. Yet, her teacher never scolded her. Instead, the teacher would calmly comment. Some students just managed to score well without even trying. Everyone assumed the teacher was talking about Luo Chichi, as she was the only one who could afford to be this arrogant. Whenever exams concluded, she would aggressively claim the grade first spot, never giving anyone a chance to surpass her. The students were frustrated by this dominance, but were essentially helpless, as there was genuinely no one smarter than her in the class. While everyone else was frantically memorizing textbooks, Kiki had already achieved her 10 lines at a glance ability. But to help others, she patiently explained difficult, tricky questions during break time. The class teacher was delighted by this. As long as this academic star was around, they didn't need to prepare their lessons far in advance. If she happened to be snoring and sleeping soundly in the middle of a lecture, the teacher would simply pretend not to notice. However, not every teacher was so understanding. The new English teacher didn't care about Kiki's overall marks. Instead, she started targeting her. "Luo Chichi, don't think you've succeeded just because your science scores are good. Doesn't the Gaokao require English? You refuse to memorize vocabulary, and you don't study grammar." Kiki calmly stated that she already knew everything, and there was no point in further memorization. Hearing this made the teacher even angrier. In the very next moment, she stormed out to tell the class teacher. "Go on, tell him." The English teacher rushed out in a huff, and the students jumped with joy. Everyone praised Kiki for single-handedly earning the class a free self-study period. The break started, she went alone to the class teacher, intending to demand a clarification. But just as she was about to speak, "Do you think you are so great? Just because you dare to argue with teachers and you have your own ideas? You must think you're the most special person here. Compared to you, everyone else is simply controlled by their emotions." The next day, she promised she would study hard and not disappoint the school or her teachers. But during the crucial final preparation period for the Gaokao, bad news hit home. Due to a smart system upgrade at the state-owned company, her mother's name was on the redundancy list, layoffs. The family of 4 became dependent solely on her father's income, and the household income plummeted. Worse still, even passing the Gaokao and graduating from college under the new system offered no guaranteed job placement, except for securing a spot at a top-tier university like Tsinghua or Peking University. But there was another option, signing a contract with the school as a demonstration student, a sponsored teaching track. By doing this, she would skip the Gaokao and easily become a teacher. Most importantly, there would be no tuition fees or hostel fees, and you will even receive a small stipend every year for miscellaneous expenses. Kiki was deeply moved. To lessen her family's burden, she unilaterally signed up for the demonstration student option and told the teacher yes. However, her impulsive decision was strongly opposed by her parents. "You are grade first. Isn't this embarrassing for us? I'm telling you, you are not going. Your teacher said guaranteed you a grade first. If you try a little harder, you can get into Peking University. What are you lacking? Food. Her mother understood Kiki was thinking of the family, but for her daughter's future, she forced Kiki to aim for a top school, like Peking University. The mother's forceful intervention caused the conflict between mother and daughter to fully erupt. I can handle my own business. What right do you have to interfere? I am your mother. Now you remember you're my mother? Where were you when I was in difficulty? What's the point of trying to control me now? You don't even love me anyway, so why bother controlling me? The mother was speechless. In the face of her daughter's accusation, the daughter was speaking the painful truth. What the mother didn't know was that Kiki had intentionally used this as a provocative tactic to force a reaction. In reality, just the day before, the mother had been placed on the redundancy list at the factory. The family of 4 was barely surviving on the father's income, and the household finances had dramatically collapsed. Although her mother hadn't said anything, Kiki immediately understood the turmoil in her parents' minds. To bear the burden of the family, Kiki abandoned her dream of Peking University, opting for a quick path to a steady job to subsidize the household. After all, she still had a little sister who needed to be fed. What happened, Mama? Mama, did you get laid off? But the mother was not foolish. She understood her daughter's silent intention at a glance. When she herself couldn't stop Kiki, she took the next step. She informed the teachers, hoping they could stop Kiki from pursuing the teacher's college track. Considering the student's future, the teacher not only rejected her teacher's college application, but strongly urged her to prepare for Tsinghua/Peking University. As punishment for her defiance, he ordered her to stop sleeping in class. Kiki was dismayed by this. She already knew everything the teacher was teaching. To be forced to stay awake in class was, for her, more difficult than death itself. While Kiki was hesitating over her next move, that night, her mother intercepted her in the living room. She pulled out a bank passbook and a pile of old, worn books. Kiki was confused. She recalled her parents never read books, but the old, familiar feel of the books caught her attention. If she wasn't mistaken, these were the books left behind by her maternal grandfather, Nana. A wave of inexplicable sorrow washed over Kiki, as her grandfather was the one who had loved her the most in the world. She quickly opened a book. Inside, there were not only philosophies of life, but also guidance on making the right choices in times of confusion. And inside the passbook was 20,000 yen, RMB, savings her grandfather had left for her college tuition. He saved this 20,000 yen for your college fees. I don't want to force you anymore. Think it over carefully. In fact, after the fight the previous night, the mother had realized her own mistakes. She finally revealed to Kiki the reason for her historical coldness. The broken marriage of her grandparents had led to years of criticism and shame from the villagers. Growing up, the mother had suffered greatly. Because of this, the mother resented her own father, Kiki's grandfather. Since Kiki was raised by the grandfather, the mother had begun taking out that resentment on her daughter. But this time, regarding the Peking University form, the mother did not want the grudges of the previous generation to destroy Kiki's life. Knowing the truth, Kiki didn't scold her mother, but instead moved forward, fueled by her grandfather's hopes and expectations. By studying diligently every day, Kiki quickly mastered all the complex Gaokao material. She spent her weekends at the library, staying there from morning till night. Using her amazing talent, she finally took the final grade 12 examination. When the results came out, the students were stunned. Kiki had achieved the rare distinction of all-city topper, Shizhuang City, and state rank 5 in the entire province. Congratulations, all-city first, all-state fifth. The girl, Xiao Fei, came to the police station to file a report for the first time, but suddenly, the figure in front of her looked hauntingly familiar. When the man turned his face sideways, Xiao Fei instantly recognized him. It was the very man who had assaulted her that dark night. "Where are you going, beauty? Come here, come here. Let go of me." The man showed no fear. Instead, he simply glared at the girl. He was completely confident that a vulnerable, weak 17-year-old girl wouldn't dare use the law against him. Although Xiao Fei was trembling with fear, she mustered all her courage and stood up, determined to bring the criminal to justice. "It's him. He is the third man." The man was instantly terrified, knowing that if he was caught, his 2 other accomplices would also be apprehended. But at this crucial moment, Xiao Fei's mother suddenly rushed into the police station and loudly lied, claiming her daughter was talking nonsense. "You really can't believe a word she says. This child routinely makes up stories." Respecting the mother's insistence, the police were forced to send them home for the time being. Xiao Fei felt extremely sad, overwhelmed by shame regarding regarding her reputation and the truth. Her mother blamed her for spoiling the family's reputation. Stay home tomorrow. Do not go to the police station. Do you also think I am the one who should be ashamed? Don't be difficult, okay? You used to be so sensible. I was scared before. I am different now. In fact, Xiao Fei had grown up in an oppressive environment since childhood. Her father drank daily and would beat up her mother over the smallest matters. To avoid the neighbors gossiping, he would order his daughter to close the door. You've always been like this. Xiao Fei couldn't bear to watch her mother being beaten. After a brief moment of thought, she bravely stepped forward and declared, "Fine, hit me instead." Though the father couldn't bring himself to hit her, seeing her mother huddled in fear, Xiao Fei didn't know how to comfort her, nor did she know when this ordeal would ever end. She thought she would feel better if she just went outside for some fresh air, but this small decision ended up destroying her whole life. As soon as she reached a quiet alley, a small car suddenly appeared. Before Xiao Fei could react, several men forcibly dragged her into the car. Just like that, Xiao Fei, a beautiful girl, was transformed into a woman who felt like a destroyed, withered flower. When her best friend, Kiki Luo Chichi, realized Xiao Fei had been absent from class for several days, she rushed to Xiao Fei's house to check on her. However, the mother opened the door and claimed her daughter was sick with a serious, contagious disease. Hurry and leave. When she recovers, you can come visit her, alright? But at that very moment, Xiao Fei suddenly appeared. Knowing Kiki's stubborn nature, she knew her friend wouldn't leave without seeing her. Once inside, Xiao Fei didn't hide the truth. Instead, she bravely revealed the devastating secret. I was molested by 3 men. Kiki was stunned. She never imagined such a thing would happen to her best friend. But before Kiki could offer any comfort, Xiao Fei suddenly changed, trying to push Kiki away. You need to leave. To prevent causing her best friend further pain, Kiki had to leave with tears in her eyes. But she did not abandon her friend. The very next day, Kiki went alone to a gynecologist's clinic and, using her own name, asked some very embarrassing and intimate questions. Did it happen or didn't it happen? Did it happen or didn't it happen? From the doctor's professional answers, Kiki only vaguely understood, but she memorized one crucial point. If the big sister, her period, arrived on time, then everything was fine. To find out about her best friend's cycle, she asked Xiao Fei again. I am asking you, did you get your period or not? No. Xiao Fei's answer made Kiki deeply worried. But to stop her best friend from sinking into despair, Kiki knew she had to act. Without looking back and despite Xiao Fei's protests, she quickly pulled back the heavy curtains. As the sunlight flooded into the room, they finally took the first step out of their misery. Thanks to Kiki's consistent support, Xiao Fei's mood slowly began to improve. They happily read books together, shared gossip, and talked about celebrities every day. To help Xiao Fei forget the past, Kiki lovingly cut her a new, stylish hairstyle. It seemed time would heal everything, but only Xiao Fei knew that the scars on the soul don't easily fade. The next day, she made a big decision. I want to file a police report. Kiki immediately agreed without a second thought. She believed that only by bringing the criminals to justice would her best friend's emotional wounds truly heal. The next day, despite her mother's strong prohibition, the 2 girls went back to the police station. Based on Xiao Fei's statement, the police apprehended not only the initial assailant, but also his 2 accomplices. And happily, at the very same time, Xiao Fei got her period. Is this important? Kiki was overjoyed. She quickly shared the good news with Xiao Fei.